What is the reason women do not feel safe in the world? What is the reason children do not feel safe in the world? And not just feel, what is the reason women are not safe? Children are not safe. Even animals are not safe. I'll give you a second to think about it. Men. It's men. And men are the reason other men aren't safe either. Of course, there are going to be people that get uncomfortable and triggered and jump in with, not all men. Save it. Because if it's enough men to make women change how they live their lives, their daily lives, then it's enough men to be a problem. And an actual good man, an awakened man, a conscious man, an intelligent man would understand that. He wouldn't be going into immediate defense mode because he sees what is blatant and yet so many people have been blind to for such a long time. But they're waking up. Let's talk about how women actually move through the world. Because of men and because of the toxic patriarchy. From a very young age, you are trained to manage risk. And those that aren't trained have to find out the hard way. To not walk alone at night, text someone when you get home, hold your keys like a weapon, watch your drink, share your location, don't be too friendly, don't be too cold, don't offend, don't trust too fast. You're constantly calculating. And what that is living around a threat that's been normalized. So if women have to move like that just to exist, what does that say about the world that we're living in and that we've been living in for a very long time? Our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers, and so on and so forth have been living in. Who exactly are they being cautious of? Protecting themselves against? Constant vigilance. Who? Now let me ask you a question. Ready? My dear women, and for the males watching this, think about the women that you know or just imagine for a second, okay? But my dear women, if you woke up tomorrow and there were no men in the world, what would change for you? Where would you go that you don't go now? What would you do that you currently think twice about, thrice about, even more? Would you walk at night? Or would you walk more often at night if you already do sometimes? Would your body finally drop that constant tension? Again, this doesn't stop at women. Children are harmed, abused, trafficked, overwhelmingly by men. Animals are abused, overwhelmingly by men. Violence across the board, overwhelmingly male. These are patterns. And it's time to wake up to it. I always tell you the first step to changing something for the better is pinpointing the issue, putting the spotlight on the issue, coming to awareness about the issue so that it can be corrected. So many people don't like the negativity. They just want it to be all love and they just want it to be all love and light. That doesn't work with them. That doesn't work with the patriarchy. Enough is enough. It's okay to call something out. Let me ask you something. If you have experienced or you know someone that has experienced dealing with a narcissist, does love and light work with them? Does it? It's not only okay to call something out like I do and like others are regarding men and the toxic patriarchy. It's a necessary part of the process in order to shift things for the better. So instead of rushing to defend men every time women speak up, of course, what else do you expect from the toxic patriarchy? That coddles men, enables men, serves men. What else do you expect? That's ingrained in a lot of people. They jump up in defense of these, fill in the blank with the adjectives of your choice. Instead of getting triggered and rushing to defend men every time women speak up, and that goes for other women, by the way, as well, that have severe internalized misogyny and the toxic patriarchy embedded in them, that lash out against other women. That goes for them as well. Goes for anyone that does this. Of course, overwhelmingly male. Instead of rushing to defend men every time women speak up, how about just just sit with it. Sit with it. Sit with it and think about it. Think. Think. Think for yourself. Think. Think. Because not all women and for various reasons. But there have been women that have been talking about this for a very long time. And what happened every time? They were dismissed. They were called dramatic. They were told that they were exaggerating. They were punished for speaking, sometimes even a lot worse than all of that. So this is not some new trend. This is an awakening. What's new is that women are done cushioning it. We are done softening the message so it's easier to hear. We are done prioritizing men's comfort over reality. A very brutal, violent, needs to change reality. Everything starts with telling the truth out loud. More and more of us telling the truth out loud, refusing to sit back down and refusing to shut up. Calling it what it is without dressing it up. We are no longer playing along just to keep things comfortable. It was never comfortable. We just managed it. We were forced to manage it. We were forced to deal. No more. No more. That is breaking now. That is over. Something is shifting, and I know you can feel it. Women are waking up, not just individually, not just quietly doing their own thing, collectively. Collectively, women are waking up. And once enough women see it, you don't get to push it back down anymore. May women continue to rise, and may the matriarchy rise.